Okay, today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting of fractions. So first let's look at adding fractions. So adding means to combine objects into two or more sets. So those must be the same type. So you combine bundles with bundles, sticks with sticks, markers with markers, crayons with crayons. Okay? So we can only combine when they are the same size. So the denominators must be the same, which is why we did lots of practice with equivalent fractions. But we're just going to look at them whenever your denominators are already the same. So here we have 1/8 and 3/8. So you have a whole, how many would make a whole would be 8, and how many would make a whole on this one would also be 8. But I've got 1 piece and 3 pieces. So you combine those, you get 4/8, which is 1 plus 3. Notice you don't touch the denominator because that's how many that makes a whole. So it's simplified to 1/2. So don't forget, all fractions must be in simplest form. All right, so 1/3 plus 8, 1 plus 3, and then 8 plus 8 is a common error that's made. And we want to remember your bottom part tells you how many you need to make a whole. It doesn't tell you how many you have. So you would never do this. Because again, the denominator tells how many pieces make a whole, how many it's divided into. All right, so therefore the denominator is going to stay 8. Let's look at a few examples. So go ahead and work these out before you push pause whenever the problem comes up, so you can work it out and check yourself, okay? So you got 2/5 plus 1/5, which equals, pause it. All right, and that is 3/5. Good job. All right, next one. 6/10 plus 7/10. Go ahead and pause it and solve it. Oh, look, what do you know? You get 13/10 on this one. That's a improper fraction. It needs to be changed to a mixed number. So we change from an improper fraction to a mixed number by dividing how many pieces you have that make a whole. That's what you try to divide how many pieces you have by. So 13 divided by 10, which gives you 1 3/10. All right, go ahead and solve this one. 6/15 plus 8/15. Pause it and solve it. And good job, you get 14/15. All right, adding mixed numbers is no different than adding with whenever regular fractions. You just have whole numbers in the front. So let's look at some examples of this one. So go ahead and solve 3 1/5 plus 2 3/5. Pause it and solve it. All right, so you add all of these together. 3 plus 1/5 plus 2 plus 3/5. So you put them together, put your pieces that are the same together so it's easy to combine them. So you got 3 plus 2 first would be 5. So now it's just 5 plus, remember, they're all in fifths, so it's going to stay in fifths. So it's 1 plus 3. So it gives you, now you have 4/5. So 5 plus 4/5 is 5 4/5. You got it. Good job. All right, so now we're going to go and do some practice looking at subtraction of fractions. All right. Okay, so let's look at subtraction of fractions. So here, subtraction means taking objects away. So this must be, again, the same, just like any subtraction of whole numbers. You can only take away apples from other groups of apples, oranges from oranges, markers from markers. I can't take markers away from crayons. So in fractions, you can only take away pieces that are the same size. So the denominators must be the same. Here we go. Let's look at some. All right, so we have 11/12 minus 3/12. So basically what you're saying is that you're taking 3/12 from 11/12. So here's my 11/12. I'm taking away 3 of them. So they're gone. So that gives you that there are 8 pieces left. So you've got 11, basically 11 minus 3, because it's over 12. That's the number of how many you would need to make a whole, which is 8/12. Remember, all fractions are always written in simplest form in the answers. Okay, sorry. So what you're going to do, you have 8/12 and then simplest form. So you need to divide them both by 4, which gives you 2/3. All right. So here we go. Let's do an example. So go ahead and do this one. It's 15/16 minus 7/16. So go ahead and pause it and solve it. All right, so you have 15 minus 7. So you take away, remember 16 says you don't change anything on your denominator, it stays the same, which is 8/16. Then remember, all fractions must be in simplest form. All right, good job. So go ahead and bring in these examples that you did together with me tomorrow and any questions that you might have for this lesson, and we'll go over addition and subtractions and fractions, a little more practice tomorrow in class. All right, see y'all tomorrow.